Sorry about that. I just realized I didn't have the mic on. All right, looking for an entry. We can get back above the 310s, the 320s here. Maybe look for a long. Got your open up there at the 384s, or your highs at the 384s. Your open's way down. What's 22.79? Looks like they want to push up. Like I said, maybe look for a long. Only going for cheap trades. Cheap trades as far as like 10-point range. Loaded up 2 contracts and look for a 10-point move. Push above here. We just broke above the VWAP. Maybe push for an up or a little retracement. And we're only $42 away from being at the previous high of the account before we had that $600 loss. A nice little push through here. It's just trading sideways. Looking only for a 10-point risk. So we can get a setup that I can feel comfortable with, a 10-point movement. We'll look for an entry there. Ready to push back through the 300s. Here we go. Looking a little bullish. We can get a pop through the 310s. They don't look like they want it to go down. ES is running into VWAP. Get a nice little run through here. Get above these highs over here at the 313s. Back below the 3s. And so we got Jerome Powell talking at 10. So we'll see if we get any little movement before then. 15 minutes just sitting there trading sideways. But we did have a big move up. Question is, are we running out of steam to keep pushing up, or are we going to be pulling back? So the ES looks like it wants to keep pushing up. Just stuck in this little channel right here. I think if we can get back above the 320s, yeah. The hard part, try not to jump in too early. Don't want to be wrong. Get to the 320s, maybe pop through to the 30s. Let's get in. Probably a little too soon on this. I would like a push up to the 30s. There we go. Keep pushing up. Get to those 20s. Back above the 20s. Give me a quick pop up there. A little resistance there. Like I said, we did have a big move up. It didn't look like he wanted to give us the pullback. Push up to the 30s, maybe through the 30s towards the 40s. Yeah, not liking it. Didn't get the reaction. I want a little more momentum. They want it, but I'm about to get out if he goes. We're going to have to get it right there. Yes, it's pulling back. We're getting back above the 20s. Try to take another stab at this real quick. We're in at 21. Might be fighting my bias here, but I really think they want to push this thing up. So I never really like buying into the 20s, but get back above those 30s. Look for a rip up too. There we go. Keep pushing. Not for them to come back below the 20s, but like I said, we did have a big old move up. If our 20s can hold us up, that'd be really nice. That was just resistance there for a minute. I would like to see a push up to the 50s, but a lot of resistance up there. Down 302 on the day. I don't like it, but wait for a better move. What we got going on here? Gotta try real hard not to trade your P&L. Gotta pull back through here, back through the 20s. Maybe we'll look for a long here if we can get back up here. A little pullback. What we're gonna do is get in here. Order filled. So we're in at the 14s. Yeah, nasty sell off. See if it holds. I don't like that. I like to see us push back above the 20s, but hoping for a little reaction, a little bounce. And sellers don't want to give it up. See if the buyers can come in here and push this thing back up. Looking like they want to take it back underneath the 300s. Yeah. Stop it. Well, that didn't work out. We're down 1,000 on the day. Maybe look for a little bounce here off the 80s. Here, there's one more stab. If you get pushed back up maybe over the 300s here, because you got your bounce. May have to come down here and pick up some orders. We're at 302. Like I said, we came down. We got close to tapping in the 80s. Maybe need to pick up some liquidity and get a good little push up here. Well, it's 9:53. Didn't pay attention to the time. That would help. Having a hard time getting back above the 300s. Closed as a doji on that candle. Push back above the 300s. Trying to push through that blue SMA line. I'm still not liking this strong push back up either. I am definitely not happy with the way that I've been trading today. I can feel that tilt going in tilt. You don't like it. You get back in. You got this long bias. I think there's going to be a bounce right here. I could be wrong. Pushed right back down. They want to go back above that 300. Damn. I'm not sold. I'm not sold that they want to go down right here. We're at 304. There you go. Get a push back up. Come on. No. God, it makes it so hard. What a terrible day to trade. Don't know why I'm doing this to myself. No. Well, what a rough day. We looked so strong, and the next note just selling off. Back down in the 280s. Down $1,600 on the day. We got 762 drawdown left. What's going on? Oh, of course, 10 a.m. So mad at myself. I said they haven't broke the 80 yet. The low of these wicks are 59. Back above the 310s. Absolutely trash movement. I've got to learn to keep my red days small. Well, this is definitely not a video I wanted to post. It's just fucking chop, dude. Why did I get in it? $762 left in drawdown. You're allowed up to 2,500, which means this count's almost blown. And like I've said before, buying into the 20s. Terrible fucking decisions. We get closer to the 80s, maybe look for a push. Quick little scalp here, maybe. ES is looking like it wants to push up or not. Push it back above those 300s. Alright. Saved face on that one. We earned ourselves $300 more of drawdown. I don't know. I just don't see it wanting to go down. I see the ES over here. Not really doing a whole lot either. Maybe thinking about going short just to grab a couple little scalps. Overall, it looks like it wants to go back up, but it's trading in a range here. That would have been good one to scalp. Maybe look for a little push down here in the 80s. Yeah, the market didn't like something there, huh? What we're looking at here. Maybe did get back up though. Hell yeah. Let's just, we're at 87s. Every dip's been getting bought back up, but I don't like that one candle. We scalp these ranges. Like I said, something I shouldn't do. I mean, from way back, 3 o'clock, all the way, just sideways action. Wow. Well. Your emotions are the hardest thing about trading. He said here now, and he's like, well, I was down 1,600. Now I'm down 1,000. He's here, well, actually, I'm down 1,300. Got 1,000 1,000 drawdown left. So you gotta dig yourself out of a hole of $1,300 now after you just did it for $600, doing absolutely nothing. He's like, all right, you had your little wick, come down in here, probably found some liquidity, pushing back up. Overall, we got lower highs, still under the 300s. What's the daily looking like? Push back up. There is no gaps. Pushing back up above the 300s. Still doesn't look that strong. Maybe they need to dip down here in the 60s to get a lower leg higher. Huh? Go for a scalp short right here. Right, you stop at around the 11s. I swear, if this thing comes up and pushes back up into the 30s, pushing above these previous highs here, still doesn't mean you're out of the water yet. Part of me wants to get a scalp off the 20s here, but probably push right on through. Look at that. Find some resistance around here at the 30s again. Gonna form a double top. Are we short at the 15s? Whoa, oh no. I don't know what I'm doing to myself. You see patterns. You got these patterns. Rejection here. You know, the 20s. They have a hard time pushing through the 20s. You know, short. Short at the 14s. Again, the ES looks like it wants to turn back up again. Yeah. What are we doing here, NASDAQ? What are we doing here? Back to 700. Dug myself back in a hole. The fact we haven't gotten through the 20s yet, but I'm not saying we can't. Are they going to push through the 20s or are they going to sell off? Resistance there at the 21s. Push back up in here. Maybe look for a short in the 30s. Just not real strong. Looks like I'm probably missed. Looking pretty bearish right there. It's a boring video. It's a terrible video. But it's trading. Should let your emotions take over. ES is ripping right back up. Question is the NASDAQ going to fall? Yeah, I mean, this market's so hard to freaking predict. It's ridiculous. Going back up into this range here. We're short at what, the 16s? Get out there for a little scalp. This count's pretty much shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to save it. We're going to scalp our way out of here. I just need to build up enough. Like I said, we're in a range. We're overall in a range. It doesn't look like it's pushing up anymore. Looks like it wants to come down. So does the NASDAQ. But that can also change in a heartbeat. It's looking strong here, and then all of a sudden you get these sell-offs. So we got 8. We got 20 points. Come on. The 8s or the 10s. Just does not want to look like it wants to keep going up. So we got 20 points. Hit resistance here. Filled at 7s. I would have liked a little better feel. What was that? Clawing myself out of here. Just do not like this price action. Do not like it. Now we're down $14.92. Like I said, entertainment purposes only. This video is not to learn off of. I don't see us pushing back up now. Sevens. Funky market. Funky market. Look at that. Yes, is pushing back up. We're back above that high. So we've given ourselves 20 points. That puts you at what? 30, 40. So what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves till close to the 40s, I think. If it comes up to here, then this account's blown. Then you just get another one and you try again. Like I said, at the end of the day, it is what it is. There's something blocking it here. There's something blocking. I don't give us till the 40s. Preferably a little higher. See if we get back above the 20s. Now we're pushing up. Alright, like I said, we're in at 24s. If we go up to 40s, account's blown. It's looking like a good push. Of course, the time it gets over the 20s, I decided to go against what I wanted. Another rejection. Just took that scalp short right there, huh? Hopefully the sellers step in and keep this thing down. Well, they're fighting good this time. Maybe I should have waited for this push above 20, huh? So I'm counting that since we're in a range, we're going to get a rejection down. It's back below those 20s. So if we hit this line here, I'd like for a big old sell-off back down to the 300s. They do not want to let it go. Just come on. For the sellers to step in. Take this thing down there to the 300s. Get through those 310s. If it doesn't come down to the 310s, to the 300s, probably look for maybe a push up. Would like for it to come down and touch VWAP. Get through that 310. Alright. We're back only down to $1,000. What a fucking video. Oh. Yes, looks like it wants to sell off too. So we're back up to having $1,300 drawdown. $1,000 a day so far. Down. Going back for the 20s. Like I said. Then get through those 310s. Probably look for a push back up. We're getting at 30s, which might have been a mistake. So there's your pop through. Now we're only down 954. But we do run into resistance here. Probably get a push up. Back above these highs, so that's a good thing. Still not out of the water yet. You run into this up here in the 40s. ES is pushing up. Run into resistance around there in the 130s for ES. As that 5 minute, it's looking a little more bullish. What a fucking day. I say we get close to that 50 area, probably get a little resistance. And we've gained ourselves 30 points of leeway. And I said, get us up there a little higher, and I'll probably look for a short and set a stop right above the 50s. I'm going to get up there. Short at 36s. Back down there, scooping up another 170. Now we're only down 790. We've gained ourselves 1600 in leeway now. And drawdown. Some hard work, man. Might walk away at that. Well, like I said, you get this over here. Got a little resistance up there in the 50s. Question is, are we even going to make it to the 50s? Big 50s on the NASDAQ, and that's going to be the 30s on the ES. So, if we come down to the 20s, buy bounces on 20s. Maybe we'll get a bounce off the 20s. Videos went long enough. Long enough clawing my way out of a fucking $1,600 hole. Didn't even get down to the 20s for the bounce. Are making higher lows. What y'all think? Obviously some resistance right there at the 40s. Came down, almost touched the 20s. Got to push back up to the 28s. Is that a new high sitting in? Or is that a new lower high? Or a short entry? This would be considered a cheap trade. Get in at the 30s, stop at the 40s. A lot of wicks right there. It's just going to sell without me. Maybe your 20s. Yeah, I think we'll come back down. Right now, it's not looking like they want to go much higher. Nope. Not a very strong response off that 20s. This? What the fuck? No, I lie. Stick to your fucking plan. Stick to your plan. Oh, what are we down on the day? 836? Some fucking bullshit, dude. Sometimes I hate this shit, and sometimes I love it. Just can't get a read on this market. Can't get a read on it. Yes, looks like it wants to rip higher. We are making it like, you look at hindsight, higher lows. Just slowly grinding higher. Really wanted to push up higher so I can look for a short. It just doesn't even look good. ES is pushing up. Alright. You can sit here and convince yourself of entries all you want, but it just is not working out. Coming back down to test those 20s again. Yeah. We're done. We are done. We're down to 836. Was down 1600. So we've gained that back around 7 something. We're going to walk away from there and then try to recoup tomorrow. See if we can still end up green on the week. Not green on the week, but at least not blown. All right, well, sorry for the long video. This shit fucking, it's what a tilt session looks like. All right, I gotta walk away from the market. I will see y'all tomorrow.